Hey folks, Jason Palliser here with the 2-Day Investment Blueprint. Just wanted to get your minds in the right spot. So we have 2-Day Blueprint clients in town right now. We're building out their 30 different ways to get to off-market properties and start locking up deals and closing them. But one of the big ones yesterday was have to retrain your brain. I know most of you that are investing or trying to invest or trying to grow your business have run across an address and it's in a zip code that you know, and someone's offering it at a price that you go, nah, it's really not a deal, or it looks a little suspect, it's not a good deal from a number standpoint. And here's what you do. I'm trying to get your brain to start working the right way. What you do is you make an executive decision. Well, at that price, it's not a deal. But a mind shift reset. Here's what I want you to understand. What if everybody that sees that house that someone willfully put out there in the online universe and they think the same thing that you did? Well, at that number, it really doesn't work. A couple things about that. One, what if you just went ahead and set a mediocre or crappy appointment according to you? Okay. And what I mean by that is this: at a glance, it doesn't look like a okay deal, or it looks like it's marginal, right? But what if everybody else says the same thing and you're the only one that contacts them? Do you get that? What if you're the only one that contacts that homeowner who's actually willfully putting it out there for sale, and they know on their end that, wow, nobody's contacting me? And think about this. Logically, you know that sellers are unreasonable on price a lot of the time. In fact, on day 2 of our blueprint, we teach a 4-minute seller waltz to turn the no into a yes 9 different ways. Having said that, we expect every time we walk in the door that the seller's going to want a higher price than we do. That's what happens most of the time. If you've been investing for a while, you know that, right? It's just being prepared for that. So why would you not set a crappy appointment and go there? You might be the only one that contacts them. And then 2, if you can't do that, or you're just so all powerful that you look at it and wave your hand over it, go, this will never be a deal. That's pretty presumptuous of you, right? And when I say it to you this way, I know you understand that. Okay. Having said that, what if you went on the appointment, and I'm willing to bet, Larry, Jamie, everybody that's watching, I'm willing to bet that what if you got there and the seller goes, hey, look, I just threw it out there. I know this house needs a lot of work, and I'm not really sure how much work is needed. I really just do need to sell it. If you could just make me an offer. Everyone that watches this video knows what that is, right? That's called a dream come true appointment. So bright and early, I'm trying to help you here on a Saturday. So set an appointment that looks marginal, because you can go there, and if you're the only one that contacted them, they may be super flexible. Okay. That's 1. 2, if you can't do that. So think about this. Hey, Jason, it's hard to get leads and appointments. No, it's not. If you're approaching this the right way, no, it's not. I'm just talking about 1 wrinkle out of 30 off-market wrinkles. We already set up free direct mail yesterday for our clients. So they're going to be in everybody's mailbox saying, I'll pay cash for your house, any condition, not just a targeted vacant list or a targeted high equity absentee owner list off a list source because you've watched a YouTube video or read an article, right? 1 way to close deals. And until you've closed 40 or 50 of these deals, your brain tells you, well, it couldn't be a deal. Whew, I almost wasted my time going to an appointment. If you're going into an appointment, you're doing things that most investors don't do because they sit there and overanalyze a deal. So stop being presumptuous. If it looks marginal, perfect. Most sellers are unreasonable at some point. And so attack. And then the second thing is if you do that and you're just making these decisions by looking at a screen because you think it's perceived wasted time, I'll go ahead and go on those appointments with you. And here's why. What you're telling yourself in your brain is that when you look at it and it looks marginal, what you're saying to yourself is this: well, I'm not going to go on that appointment because it doesn't look like a deal. What you're telling me, doing this for 20 something years, training 22,000 people at this point, you're telling me, hey, Jason, I'm not confident that I can go there, talk to a property owner and work them down on price. Other deals that you've done in the past, if you've done some deals or if you're getting started, it goes like this almost every time. Hey, Jason, I want $100,000 for the house. I tell them, hey, I'm closer to 70,000. And then most people say, hey, I'm still interested. If anything changes, can I be the first person you call back? And then they leave it at that and half-heartedly follow up. If that's your system, then yes, investing could probably feel hard. But what I need you to understand is that when you go on that appointment, You can work them down on price. And remember, if everybody else looks at that same property that's been put out there online and they think it's marginal as well, if you're the only one there, aren't you in the catbird seat? Aren't you the one that actually is out there meeting somebody who's raised their hand to sell? You're winning the game. So I just need to change your mind on that stuff. You can work them down on price. In fact, if you guys document and just send me a private message that you've set a crappy appointment and tell me why you think it's a crappy appointment, and you've done that, then I'll give you some of the tips in our seller waltz that we do. And if you just go on Facebook, the search bar, and just type in hashtag seller waltz, see what everybody says about what we do on the seller waltz. We turn the no into money 9 different ways. 2 of the ways to make money on the property don't even involve you having it under contract yet. So hopefully you just heard that. 2 of the techniques out of the 9 to make money on the house don't even involve you having the house under contract yet, which is nasty. Okay. There you go, Jeff. You know, Jeff's a trained assassin now. So I'm just trying to help you bright and early down here from Florida. Start setting crappy appointments. And the reason I put it like that, because I know in your brain, you're like, what the hell is Jason talking about? He's crazy. Well, if you talk to my family, yes, I am crazy. But when it comes to investment real estate, I don't play games. We could turn you into an assassin. If you want more information, just go to the number 2dayblueprint.com, 2dayblueprint.com. But we don't mess around. So set a crappy appointment. You prove to me and show me in a private message that, hey, Jason, yes, in my area, this is a mediocre appointment, and just make the commitment in your brain to go on that appointment. Then I'll give you some of our seller waltz techniques that people pay thousands of dollars for. So again, just hitting you up before I start day 2. For the clients that are in town that we're building out their systems and doing their negotiations training, 30 different ways to get to off-market properties. But deals don't close unless you actually have appointments with sellers. So it is not hard to get appointments with sellers. It's not hard to find motivated leads. We just unlocked a few different sources for our clients that are in town yesterday. One of the lead sources has 1,300 water disconnects. The last time I checked, if you can't go pee in your house, that's a problem, right? So we want to talk to all of those. So it is not hard to get motivated leads, but it's what do you do next when you get those leads, and what do you do on the appointments? But one wrinkle is stop making executive decisions by just simply looking at numbers. Okay. There you go, Scott. The seller waltz is nasty. Jeff, I reluctantly went on a crappy appointment, then got a contract signed. Trained Jeff maybe a month ago. So hopefully as you're watching this video, and if you want to reach out to Jeff and tell him what we do on a 2-day blueprint, he'll tell you what we do. We don't play games. We take over marketplaces. When you have 30 level deep attack on a marketplace, and then you blanket it with free direct mail on top of it, where the big players in town who close a lot of deals do direct mail, because direct mail works. But imagine where you don't even have to direct mail to a targeted list. You can just be in every mailbox saying, I'll pay cash for your house, any condition. Okay. So I do not want to hear again that you have a lead generation problem. You haven't been systematically approaching it problem. That's fair. What do I do when I get the good leads in my hands? That's fair. But you do not have a lead generation problem. You can invest well and make tons of money and torch your marketplace. We teach people how to do it. Been doing it for 20 plus years, but hopefully this helps you by having your brain stop you the next time you look at something and go, that's a mediocre. You're making all these weird noises and no one's even around. Couldn't be a deal. Stop it. Set the appointment and negotiate the seller down. Remember, if everybody else thinks the same thing that you thought at a glance, you might be the only one talking to them. And the last time I checked, that's how I want every appointment to go down. So hopefully this helps you out. Share it to whoever you think it might help. And if you want more info on what we do, you can hit any of the hashtags and see what everybody else says about us. 2-day blueprint, hashtag 2-day blueprint, hashtag investment assassins, hashtag seller waltz. Go out and attack the day, folks. This is my challenge to you. Set a crappy appointment, prove it to me, and I'll give you some of my best seller waltz techniques to turn no's into yeses. Okay? Get after it. Everybody should be making $300 to $400 grand a year without blinking an eye. See ya. Bye.